I recognize the member from Cambridge.
Thank you, Speaker. My question is for the Premier. On the question of whether workers should be losing their jobs for not taking a COVID-19 vaccine or for not wanting to disclose their status, this government has been on both sides of the issue, seemingly on a weekly basis. Members of this government have previously said publicly and in this legislature that the government encourages employers in healthcare and other sectors to implement mandatory COVID-19 vaccination policies for employment. Then the government voted against a private member's bill to stop people from losing their jobs. Then they flip-flopped and followed my lead to vote against Bill 12, which would have made such mandatory policies the law. My question then, will the government clarify, are they in favour of employers firing employees as a result of implementing new mandatory COVID-19 vaccine policies, yes or no?
Thank you. I recognize the Minister of Labour.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, during this entire pandemic, the health and well-being of all of the people of Ontario has been our government's top priority. We're proud of the vaccination rates in this province. We're leading the world, Mr. Speaker. This is great news. This means that businesses are going to stay open as we continue to battle this pandemic, as long as we continue going in the right direction. But, Mr. Speaker, everything we've done is to ensure that the health and safety of everyone's protected. That's why we move forward with robust inspection plans of workplaces. We put out more than 200 guidance documents to help businesses adapt when this pandemic hit. And, Mr. Speaker, we're going to continue every single day ensuring the health and well-being of the people is protected and continue to grow our economy as we come out of this pandemic.
Thank you. I return to the member from Cambridge for the supplementary.
Well, Speaker, just this week the government seemingly changed its position again. After previously advocating for employers and healthcare to implement COVID-19 vaccination policies and terminate thousands who do not comply, the government said mandatory COVID-19 vaccination would not be required for healthcare employees. Despite the flip-flop, the government continues to allow employers in healthcare to fire thousands over this issue. And because of the government's fear-mongering for 18 months and continued use of emergency measures, employers in every other industry are firing people as well. The Minister of Labour has said there is a labour shortage. My question is, if there is a labour shortage, why does the government think it's okay if public sector and private sector employers fire Ontarians as a result of mandatory COVID-19 vaccine policies if such a policy is not required in healthcare?
Thank you. I recognize the Minister of Labour.
Well, again, Mr. Speaker, we're going to continue protecting the health and well-being of all of the people of this province. We have come so far together, Mr. Speaker, employers, government, labour, workers working together, and that's why we're doing much better than most jurisdictions, not only in Canada, but around the world. So let's continue working together. Let's continue to encourage the people out there that haven't been vaccinated to get vaccinated. That's why we're beating COVID-19, and we're going to continue to grow our economy, create jobs, fill those labour shortages, and defeat COVID-19 once and for all.